And just a reminder, you're welcome to add questions to the chat. We'll turn off recording and answer those questions after the presentation is completed. And the presentation and slides and the video of this presentation will be emailed to everyone that's registered. So thank you so much. And I'm going to kick it right off to you, Marlo. Thank you again for joining us today.
You're welcome, Heidi. Thank you so much. And thank you to the Coordinating Center for inviting me this afternoon. Thank you, everyone, whether or not you're here and it's your lunchtime or you just needed a break. I truly, truly appreciate it. Our objectives for today. You're going to learn a little bit of information about the Parents' Place of Maryland, and we're going to jump right into strategies to prevent caregiver burnout and try to maintain our mental health, discuss the importance of self-care and setting boundaries, and any resources for self-care and self-care practices. Again, thank you, Heidi and Coordinating Center, for inviting me. I shared with Heidi earlier that I said, this is the first time I think most of you will hear a presenter say, I don't think I'm going to give you a lot of new information. What I'm going to do is remind you of some of the things that some of us already know. In preparation for this presentation, it was very, very helpful to me. And I want to thank Hector as one of the participants as I was preparing, and it was just a frenzy. This really helped to ground me again into the work that I am doing. So our mission at the Parents' Place of Maryland is to empower parents and families as advocates to improve their life and partner with them, with families who have children with disabilities and special health care needs. We have been around for over 30 years. Actually, this is our 35th year. We are Maryland's Parent Training and Health Information Center. All of our team is made up of people with lived experience. We all have children with disabilities, special health care or behavior health care needs. So when parents and families call us, email us, we can really discuss our lived experience and help them through whatever they might need. As of July 1st, we are happy to announce that we've received a contract from Behavior Health Administration, and now we are a one-stop shopping resource, as I call us. We have evidence-based practices, but now we have statewide family peer supports. We are able to support the whole family around academics, mental health challenges, substance use, and problem gambling. So we are very excited to not only expand our staff, but to expand our services. We provide one-on-one assistance to families. If you email us, call us, you can refer families to us. We provide resources. We are in every area. We're building up our staff. We have topical trainings on mental health, IEP basics, ADHD, leadership trainings around how to serve on a group, how to advocate when English is not your first language. So many different topical trainings that if you receive our newsletter or follow us on Facebook or Instagram, everything is usually listed. Information on resolving conflict and information like this one, which is, just so important on self-care and engaging families. Maryland is the 12th largest state for military outreach. So we have a staff member who specializes in all things military in the unique nuances of everything that a family whose mom or dad might be deployed, might be with grandparents, and yet they still might be dealing with education or mental health issue. Please send them to us. We can help. We help parents and families understand their diagnosis, communicate effectively with teams. When you think about the military with TRICARE and health insurance, understand their rights and to connect with community resources. So I just wanted to share a quick 3-4 minutes on PPMD, and the services that we offer. This is my why. Again, everyone at the Parents Place of Maryland, we have lived experience. I am the proud mother of three. Those are my double blessing and little surprise. The tallest young man right there is my son, who they will be 21 in November. I cannot believe it, but they're 20 and my daughter is 19. So I need to update that picture. But my tallest twin, Matthew, has autism, and his brother's neurodivergent. So in our house, we have dyslexia, autism, ADHD, anxiety, and so many other things that's built up into that. My son Matthew is the happiest nonverbal child I know, and he is my why. They are the reason why I do what I do, why I help parents, why sometimes I have to be reminded that I need to self-care myself, why I also have to set boundaries, because I want everyone to succeed and be successful in their personal and professional role. And because of that, sometimes can wear myself out. I'm also in that sandwich generation. I started to put a picture of my wonderful 81 and 83-year-old parents, who right now I am balancing as well. And it can be very, very challenging. It can be very, very tiring. And this is all about taking care of you in the midst of everything else that we have going on. Just take a look at this picture. Those of you who were here before 12, I was playing some meditative music. Take a deep breath. The negative impact of burnout spills over into every area of our life. Having a well cared for mind and body can make sure you feel good about yourself and your life. Look at what this research says, and this is from the Psychological Assessment Resources. 20 to 77% of parents of children with complex needs experience chronic burnout. You can take complex needs to mean whatever you might be experiencing or some of your families might be experiencing. I know early on, just learning what is autism, what do I need to do, where do I need to go, what are the resources, what does the insurance cover, what's dyslexia, what are we going to do about anxiety, what happens when it's a burnout and a meltdown, how do we handle this, who's going to be able to watch him, he's not verbal, how will someone else know what he needs and he wants. 21 to 61%. So I don't know how many professionals and how many parents we have on the call, or you're wearing a dual hat like myself because you're a parent and a professional. 21 to 60% mental health practitioners show signs of burnout. And then 7 to 40% report compassion fatigue. And yes, that is definitely a thing where we're caring so much. You know, we want everyone to succeed. We want everyone to live and be their best selves. And sometimes that can really wear on us. So today we're going to just talk about understanding caregiver burnout. What is it? Burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by prolonged or repeated stress, especially in roles that require constant care, responsibility, or high demand. It happens when the demand outweighs the resources, when you give more than what you have to give without getting enough rest, support, or recovery. So what are some signs, Marlo, of some caregiver burnout? Chronic fatigue. How many of you have had maybe a hard time sleeping? Health issues. So you could be a woman of a certain age and have insomnia issues that will in turn could possibly lead to some health issues. You can withdraw from your support system. Some contributing factors could be lack of respite, lack of personal time, navigating the complex systems, Unrealistic expectations. I'm going to be 100% PPMD employee today. I'm going to be 100% mom. I'm going to be 100% caregiver or care helper for my parents. Caregiver burnout is real and is widespread. And the one thing I want us to understand and realize and try to remember is we need to normalize this experience. We need to reduce the shame or the guilt. Unfortunately, in today's society, burnout can be seen as a weakness, and we need to normalize it. So, what is self care? We've got to normalize burnout and self care to reduce the shame or guilt that might come with it. The best analogy is putting your mask on first. Self care, think of it as preventive medicine. Some of us go out and we get a flu shot because we might not want to get the flu. Think of self care as your preventive medicine. Self care is an activity that you can practice in order to bring calm, to recharge your batteries, to reduce stress, to improve mood, and for better overall health. Self-care is important because we have everyday stressors in life. We have unexpected events. Self-care can help manage your thoughts, your emotions, any anxious feelings you might be feeling. You can channel your energy into the activity that erases tension and make it enjoyable. And a lot of times I know we think about self-care as, oh, I have to have a day. Let me take a day off. Oh, it could be expensive because, I want to go to the spa. By the end, I'm going to give you things that you can do throughout the day to help hopefully lessen some of the stress that you might be having. But just now, take a minute. And the reason I know this is an important topic to you is because when I asked Heidi, how many people have registered? And even if we don't have over 100 people on this call, we had over 100 people that registered. So this is definitely resonating with so many of you. So tell me, you could put it in the chat or unmute yourself. What are some activities to help you refuel, bring you peace, comfort, joy, energy? What are some things to help you be your best self?
I I would just say I need to take a walk every day out in nature
Okay. Thank you. Yes,
by
Kathy, thank you.
by myself, not with Adam. I love Adam, but I need that time.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's going to the grocery store just by myself.
Yes,
Yeah.
I see a long time. Thank you, Kathy. Yes. When you said you're Adam, my son's name is Matthew, and I always say when people are like, "Oh, you're taking PTO, you're going on a vacation," I say, "I'm going on a vacation when it's my husband, and I'm going to trip when I'm taking the kids."
I understand.
So I see alone time. I see journaling. See, I told you a lot of the things that I'm going to remind you today are things that you might
Sewing,
think about. Would you say,
sewing,
Trevi?
sewing,
Sewing. Oh,
and
yes.
on drawing, sewing and
Thank you. Yes. Being outside, reading the Bible. Um, Operation Christmas. Yes. Crochet, drawing, art. Thank you so much.
I
All
have
of these
one.
good. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yes, I have one. I know it sounds silly, but I love to bake. And so I have 5 children and I have two with special needs. So I was like, everybody get out of the kitchen, let mom bake a cake that serves you, that serves me. I'm making a cake. And then after I make the cake and it's all pretty, then you guys can eat it. So we're all happy, but mom's happy making the cake by herself in her kitchen. So yeah.
Thank you, Ronetta. Please washing my hair. Now that is a new one that I've not seen, but I like that. It can definitely, because you can give yourself a massage, a scalp massage. That's a good one. Continue throughout the presentation to please put some in the chat so that you can encourage others Oh, I didn't think about that. Let me try it. So thank you. See, okay, X out. All right, so I'm going to give you some tools for empowerment and ideas for practicing some self-care. So under the umbrella, of course, it says things like taking time for yourself. Some of you said going outside, being genuine, practicing forgiveness, because sometimes when you have that anger in your mind, it can pull you down. So acknowledging your feelings right now, like someone said, I tell the kids, get out of the kitchen right now. I need this time to bake that cake. So this is an interesting way. Someone had given me a little postcard, and I have it up in my office, and it said stress, and it says think, stay physically active or physically fit if you can. I saw taking a walk in the chat, think positively. Our mind can really impact our interactions and our emotions. Relax. I'm going to share with some things in a minute what that might look like. Eating correctly. And again, I love some Skittles and some junk food. So maybe we want to tailor it with managing our health, structure our time, and smile. So there are types of self-care in the physical, emotional, social, and spiritual realm. So physical, we can go for a walk or hike. What does that look like for you? It could be taking a dog on a walk. It could be walking alone. Getting a hug. For some people, this is really good self-care. For others, you're like, no, let's fist bump. You don't need to touch me. And that's okay. You have to figure out what works best for you. Practice deep breathing. Physical, I saw someone put in the chat, just standing up. A lot of times we are at our desk so much, just stand up. My husband will say, stand up and do a squat. I don't know about all that, but just stand up. Take a nap. I could not tell you the last time I actually took a nap, but play with the dog or dog, cat, any other animal. Eat a healthy snack. So those are some physical ways that we can practice self-care. Emotionally, you can pray, meditate, practice in yoga, lighting of your favorite candle and that scent. Write down the things that you are grateful for. I saw someone had wrote journaling. Allow yourself the space to laugh and cry. Reading a book, reading a good book. What some people choose to get a book and some people use it on their Kindle. Learn a new skill or hobby. Latch hook, I've taken back up because again, this is just a very busy time in my world right now. So I'm like, you know what? I like the finished product. And it's just the mindlessness of doing a latch hook. Someone asked me in a presentation I did for the Mental Health Society, they were like, where do you find a latch hook kit? It's like Amazon. So it's not, I found the latch hook kit and I haven't done it since high school. And it's been very relaxing. Color. There are so many, whether or not you want to color with your children, your grandchildren, or there are a lot of adult coloring books. Do a craft. Someone said sewing. And again, these are things you can plan time for. Turn off your phone, social media, and the internet. Sometimes that's practicing self-care, depending upon what you need to not be available 24/7. Snuggling with the pet, watching a sunset, or a video. Someone said in one of my presentations, selecting the background for my computer and then making my computer go on sleep. And I'll sit there for 2 minutes and just watch what I selected. Setting a small goal. If you have a things to do list, sometimes it brings you satisfaction. Oh, this wasn't on my list, but you know what? I can write it down and then scratch it off. Excuse me. So community supports matters. One of the big things with helping with burnout and stress, and remember, even on an airplane, they always say to put your mask on first. You are not alone. Look at the statistics. When you are either a parent of a child with special needs, a caregiver of a child with special needs, or you are supporting the family, you are not alone. Use your community to help balance you, set boundaries. And I just heard something the other day and I absolutely love it. Again, this is a reminder. No is a complete sentence. Do you want to go? No. Are you going to? No. Complete sentence. Try to use so many of our local resources that are out there. I don't want to start naming them because I know I'll forget one or two, but no, remember the signs of exhaustion. And in this state now where we're going into the fall, there are a lot of allergies, there are a lot of sicknesses. When you feel run down, that can impact your physical health. Share your story. Sometimes, as a parent of a child with special needs, you might feel alone. We're going into a season where it's getting ready to get dark earlier, and that can impact someone's mental health. So, we want to really make sure that we're just checking on our loved ones. Not only physically, but how are you doing mentally? Do you need to get out? Do you need anything? What can I do? So sometimes that causes us to feel very anxious. We're scheduling meetings, things that we, in the summertime, it's lighter to 7 o'clock. Now I get off, but I don't like to drive at night, but I'm getting anxious because I know I need to go to the grocery store. So sometimes when you feel anxious, take a deep breath, drink some water. Find some type of positive distraction. And a positive distraction could be tonight, I'm going to sit here and watch something funny on Netflix, and I'm not going to feel guilty about it. I'm not going to be shamed about it. This is my self-care. Listening to some soothing music, and having 3 teenagers in the house, it drives me crazy sometimes. But I know for my daughter, she enjoys listening to music, and that helps calm some anxiousness. But when I'm trying to call her and I have to literally see her because the headphones are on, but listening to soothing music can sometimes soothe anxiousness. Hopefully this video will play. Heidi, let me know if you don't hear the sound.
What we're taught to do, but
We're
we're not
good.
taught to plan our lives and plan our joy. And it takes planning and it takes practice planning that out. So for all of you all, I say this because I know you all are burning yourselves out doing the work that you do. That's your tendency. And that's also the feeling that this is how you make change, that I have to be miserable in the process because and you can feel it because you also juxtapose your life with the people that you're serving, and you'll always feel blessed. You'll never feel like you should have joy when people are struggling. But for you all, in order to stay vital in this work, you have to plan joy. You will burn yourselves out and you will be no good to anyone. So I want you all thinking about that. What are you going to do that is going to make you selfishly smile? And how are you going to make sure you have that weekly, many times a week? And I dare say it, maybe even every day, you have a little joy in your life.
Heidi, you could hear it. It was good.
Yep, that was perfect.
Okay, great. Thank you. This clip was very, very impactful to me. If I stopped sharing and I asked everyone, just to raise your hand, how many of you plan meetings? You plan IEP meetings. You plan meetings with your clients or caregivers or professionals. You show up to court on time or meeting on time. All of these things, we can plan and find our joy. When you are putting in your Teams meetings or your Outlook calendar, schedule either a longer lunch, a PTO. It could be coffee with a friend. It could be I'm just going to the mall to walk around, but plan it, write it down, write the vision. And again, it doesn't have to be anything small. Today I'm going to take time, if you're in an office, to actually not eat at my desk, and I'm going to go and talk to a friend. I'm going to take the time to walk around the building after I eat my lunch. Plan it. When we write stuff down, when we put it on, most of us carrying a phone, carrying some type of device that can give us a reminder. I was in a meeting this morning. One of my coworkers said that she's into all the smart stuff, and she has a water bottle that reminds her to drink water. So if you write it down, if you plan your joy, then that sometimes can be rewarding. So just think about what you can do, and that might be my
What we're taught to
next
do.
question. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. So what is one strategy that you can take away? Who can you lean on for support? We have such a hard time because, again, it goes back to thinking that burnout is shameful, or we need to normalize it. We feel guilty asking for help. You know what? Tonight's just going to be a pizza night, and it's okay. They're not, for parents who might be on a call with young children, it's going to be okay if they don't get vegetables. Tonight's going to be a pizza night. So what is one strategy that you'll take away that you can think about to plan? So if we can, looking at the time, if you can either put in the chat, but tell me one thing, either unmute yourself, or how will you protect your well-being this month? Because a lot of times if we write it down, it happens. So we can either put it in the chat or unmute yourself and let me know the answer to any of these 3 questions. Sorry, I'm looking in the chat. Standing up while work, stretching, hiking, farmer's market, therapy. Yes.
I was going to say asking for help.
Yes, thank you very much, LaShonda. And that sometimes can be really difficult. Write the vision. Thank you, Heidi. Bake a cake. Yes, thank you, Heather. It's okay to, Ronetta, you're my husband's spirit animal. He loves Perry Mason. I think every night at 11:30 it comes, which I should not be up that late, but yes. So I just want you to take the time to really think about, some companies will say, go out and touch the grass. Now it's get ready to be, get a little bit cooler, but watching the fall leaves. The next slide is truly not about, again, like plan a vacation, plan going to the spa or, something, but these are small, quick tips. Take 5 minutes to practice deep breathing. Step outside really quickly, go for a walk. Park a little bit further from the store or place you're going and enjoy that walk. Drinking a lot of water. We're talking about physical health because burnout can really cause some health problems. Listening to music for a short amount of time, whether you're playing music from your computer, putting something on YouTube and have it coming out as you're working. Call or text a supportive friend. It doesn't necessarily always have to be the dinner. You know what? Let's meet for a hot chocolate. Let's go get a donut. So these are just 5 quick reference things that we can do. But before I end to take questions, I really just want you to start thinking about it. Again, I told you I wasn't going to say anything that or give you any new ideas, but preparing for this presentation, one, it helped me remember that I have to practice what I preach. The work will be there tomorrow. And I'm not telling you to ignore deadlines. What I'm saying is it's okay to, this is the end of my work day and I'm going to stop and go enjoy or spend some time with my family or go and take a walk, and it is okay. We are normalizing self-care. It's not, don't feel guilty for asking for help. Oh, I know this person. You never know what someone's going to say if you don't ask, and it's okay. Fill your own cup first. You got on this call because you have a lot of responsibilities, whether it's home, elder care, your own children, your own marriage, just your own stuff. You want to fill your own cup because you cannot do for others at the level that you want to do if you don't fill your own cup first. And the world will benefit from the overflow of the greatness that you are. Breathe. It's going to be okay. There are different support groups. The Parents Place of Maryland, we have coffee and conversation groups at any level. So please take the time to join or encourage those of you who are on the call that work with parents and families, encourage them. It's okay. Sometimes you only need to know that you are not the only parent or family going through something. You know, my child is not the only one that September has been hard because they did not want to go to school. My child is not the only one trying to elope. My child is not the only one that's having serious behavior problems. My child, I'm not the only mom that's feeling like a horrible mom because my child won't do this or that. I am a provider with a really hard caseload, and I'm feeling really guilty because I can't provide the level that I want to for my parents and families. You can always send them to some of our coffee and conversation and remind them of the strategies that you are doing. We have a monthly newsletter in English and in Spanish. Everything that's going on now in the state of the world, really just try to be kind. And that sometimes can bring us a lot of joy. We have different information on our website if you ever want to know of different presentations that we might have going on. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And we have different YouTube videos. I know as you're listening to some things, you're like, oh my goodness, the children come home with so much information. I don't even know what this is. We have a video that can explain transition, early childhood that you can listen to because, you know, I just don't have the bandwidth to read something else. I am going to put a link in the chat, but I'm going to stop sharing and we're going to stop recording because I really want to thank you. You took the time to come with us today. I hope that the information I shared was helpful. It, you know, we cannot pour from an empty cup. The work will be there tomorrow. So Heidi, I'm going to ask if you don't mind for us to stop recording so that we